Sadly, I have officially run out of room on my bookshelf. I was stacking things on the top, and now I'm stacking even more. I think it's time for a new bookshelf.
Hi, I'm here to do a joint review with Holly.
We will be talking about the sequel to Fallen by Lauren Kate, and that sequel is Torment by Lauren Kate. You can watch my review of Fallen here, and you can also watch Kaisa's review of Fallen here if you haven't watched those yet. Because in this video, we're just talking about Torment.
So in this book, Luz gets sent to a new school to be safe from all the evil that's gunning for her.
So to keep Luz safe, Daniel has taken her from Sword and Cross all the way to the west coast to Northern California to go to a Nephilim school. We have this new setting of a new school, and Daniel can't be there with her. He's there protecting her. Cam's back, and they're both like fighting to keep her safe.
We get to know more about these announcers, or shadows as Luz used to call them. We also get to know more about Luz's past lives, but most of all we get to know how Luz and Daniel's relationship evolves throughout all of their problems.
Lauren Kate has decided to give Daniel and Luz real life problems. Luz isn't just a character that's going to trust Daniel blindly. She's lived past the point where they kiss and she blows up. It's actually moved on beyond that point, and now Daniel for the first time is realizing that he's going to have to start telling Luz things if it's going to work.
I was really happy to see that Lauren Kate decided to take the realistic route with Daniel and Luz, because in reality, if someone was put under that much pressure without really knowing what's going on, that person would feel left out and lost. And I felt for Luz throughout this entire book. I felt her anger and frustration, and whenever she rebelled and did something really stupid, I was, surprisingly enough, on her side. Can Luz really trust Daniel? What does she really know about him? Does she really want him, or is she just being dragged along by this whole curse thing that she doesn't really fully understand?
In the first book, Luz as a main character annoyed me so much. I didn't find any personality in her, and I'm really glad that Lauren Kate has finally made her a nice, rounded character.
Something really interesting about Torment is the introduction of celestial democracy, I guess. It's not good versus evil, it's opinions versus other opinions.
I love this term, celestial democracy. It's brilliant and it's so right on. It's like there isn't just a good and a bad side anymore. I mean, Luz in the beginning was saying, why won't Daniel just pick the good side? It kind of reminds me of Harry Potter and when Sirius Black was telling him, but I don't think this was in the book, I think this was in the movie, and Sirius says to Harry, he says, the world isn't split into just good people and Death Eaters. Like, humans are complex people. And I thought that Lauren Kate also did a really good job of talking about history. Like when Cam says that the people who win in history always rewrite history to see themselves in a favorable light.
I thought that their explanation of Satan was kind of twisted to fit that idea, because, Satan wasn't, he didn't choose to rule hell. He was sent there as punishment because of his jealousy and hatred towards mankind. But anyway, that was still a very interesting idea, and I think it's about time that someone steps up and does something different. Instead of having this black and white thing, she has lots and lots of gray. Overall, I would probably give Torment a 4 out of 5. It was really good. I actually enjoyed it. It was kind of up and down, because at first I thought it was kind of boring, and I did not like the new school environment. It was more like paradise.
I really hated the new environment of the school. I liked Sword and Cross. I liked it that there was something there that was different. This one seemed way too paradisey. She wakes up and there's food, and she lives in a beach, and then there's a forest, and I'm just like, okay, this is just getting too ideal for me. It was like Luz would have a day at the school, and then at night Daniel would come visit her, and then they would be like, oh, everything's so great, we're flying through the sky, and blah blah blah, and then the second they started talking, they would just start fighting, and then Luz would leave all mad, and Daniel would be all sad and girly. And I was just it was just really, it's like everything was fine in their relationship until they started talking to each other, which doesn't sound like a very healthy relationship to me. I wanted to see more of Cam because he's my favorite character, and we didn't see that much of him, and I was kind of sad, and I did feel like there was something there between him and Luz, and now Luz just hates him. And I kind of wish she would have gone into that more, but now there's Miles, and Miles is a nice boy, but really, he's boring.
It was also lacking that sense of mystery that I'd come to associate with this series. But Lauren Kate's writing is still great. I can't wait to read the third book because I'm not going to spoil anything, but the ending of the second book is perfect. I mean, in my opinion, it's perfect.
Lauren Kate really sets up the third book really well. The third book's called Passion. It's coming out in December of 2011.
Remember to leave your comments and opinions below.
And we'll continue this discussion about the book in the comments.
We can discuss this whole Torment thing. Have an awesome week or weekend or something. And I'll see you next time. And bye, Holly.
We'll see you guys sometime soon.